This is Riley. This Riley is a good dude. He's a 26-year-old male electrician. So's my son. He's 33-year-old male electrician from Winnipeg, Canada, and have been watching your videos for about 3 months now. Over the last 2 to 3 years, I developed psoriasis, which is exactly acidosis between my butt cheeks. Move those lymphs. They got a poor lady right now that has a tumor right there. Not good. On the head of his thing, and fungal infection of most of my finger and toenails. So this tells you, Riley, that your lymph is really backed up, that this is a kidney problem. But at 26 years, we talk a lot about that. And you're in your 30s, your 20s, your teens, or younger, you're in trouble with your kidneys and adrenals and your lymph systems. This is what's getting all of you guys, and it's part of our problems in being unaware for so long. And I just feel that it's time to bring awareness to this planet. I can't get out of that, so I know that's what I'm here for, and all of you are here for, is to help us bring this up out. So detoxify yourself, Riley. Get that lymph, get your kidneys and adrenals, work on those two, and the lymph system, and get that filtering. That'll come off of the butts of the little baby wonger, and the fungus will come out when you get your lymph moving better. This just shows you that you're impacted with the adrenals. That's where you get too much fungus, and then of course you're not filtering. So you're seeing that all through your heads and nails, so you know you're systemically, meaning all body backed up there, man. So get this out of you, and all that psoriasis will go away. Also, when I was diagnosed a year ago with psoriasis, I also got tested, and get this, they're giving chemotherapy, I think, for psoriasis. So here we go. We have a high acid condition, just like any cancer or anything else, and we're giving more acids. I mean, these guys, nothing's stopping them. So all I can tell you is just get more aware and protect yourselves. Obviously, we have no protection outside of the self. And he also got testing diagnosed with psoriatic arthritis linked with psoriasis of the nails. Yada, yada. I mean, you hear these medical doctors come up with this bull crap all the time. Oh, look now, you got arthritis from having psoriasis. What the hell? These guys work from the butt end first. Let's go back. What? The same thing that created psoriasis also created what? Think a systemic lymph problem? You're going to have more than one little symptom come out, Riley. You're going to have a whole bunch of them as you get older. And being young like this, you're going to see what I see in my 60s, you're going to see in your 30s. And that's what scares me. That's why you're led to this, and you got to take care of yourself, my friend here. He's experiencing some joint pain, especially in my thumbs, big toes, lower back. Now, where's lower back, guys? Kidneys, L4, L5. Now, and sometimes slight hip and knee pain. So this young man is backed up lymphatically. He knows that. He's got acids written here, so he knows what's up. So now he's seeing that his lymph system is letting himself know all over, his joints, his everywhere, his private parts, his body. He can feel it in his joints. And if you don't get it out, Riley, you'll lose them. So be careful at 26 about overpounding on the joints for a while here, and build up your health issues, my friend. Real important. Because you'll lose the knees, you lose the hips. I later diagnosed myself with candida problems. No kidding. But that's just an effect. That's just the effect, man. That's the effect of having weak adrenals and eating starch as you're younger, not metabolizing sugars properly. That's where most of that issue comes in, or eating foods full of it, like breads that are full of fungus or yeast. I also put on a bit of extra weight and felt very fatigued often. Well, there's your adrenals going down. There's your adrenals, my friend. It's going down. You're putting on the weight. You got to get away from starches. Better known in some fields as carbohydrates, which is ridiculous. They are carbohydrates, but they're starches. Get yourself on your fruit diet. Get yourself on your vegetables. Go after that. Do your fruit all day long and a big salad at night. If you have too much candida for fruit all day long, then by all means do fruit in the morning and do vegetables the rest of the day. But clean your body out. Get your kidneys and adrenals working, my friend. Real important. Clean out the bowels. Get your lymph moving, and you'll get all this out of you. Also felt like I need a coffee to get going in the morning. You see, he's losing his adrenals, so he's getting less neurotransmitters. His nervous system's getting weaker. We need to change that around, build that up. You're 26 years old. You should be full of vim and vigor, my man. I begin to grow more concerned with these problems. I would too. Good man. See, this shows a spiritual guy right here, because he's concerned about his problems at 26 years old. That's pretty good, man. So that shows your spirituality right there. Most of you that come to us are going to be spiritual beings. I'm here to tell you, very few people can tolerate this level if they're not spiritual beings. Because this is I need to change my habits. I need to take self-discipline and control of what I've been doing that I haven't been able to, that I didn't know. So this demands a lot of you to get well. And so most of you are tearing it up. It's your passion. Those are spiritual beings. Live life with a constant stream of pills since I had never been a fan of pharmaceuticals. And no one should ever be a fan of pharmaceuticals. We need to get rid of 90% of them, but we are going to need 10% of them at least. There's no question. We're too advanced not to need pharmaceuticals. Is that not sad? And mostly got there from the use of pharmaceuticals. Addicting. And they talk about marijuana and all these other things. Ooh. I keep searching and eventually found some good information, especially when I came across, oh, thanks, man. I never used to be too concerned with health and pretty much ate whatever. Well, you're a young man being awakened. A young man being awakened, my friend, and that's just right at the right time. Okay? There was a period of a few years ago where I was getting bad tonsillitis. And does anybody realize that would be expected? Absolutely. And you're getting backed up all the way up this trunk, this GI tract, and pretty soon then it'll be IBS, and pretty soon acid reflux symptoms, and then it just goes on and on. Pretty soon we'll yank your tonsils out because, well, what do you do with swollen tissue? You cut it out. Don't clean it out. Something as easy as that. So you really are backing up, my friend. Don't get out of this antibiotic thing. You'll kill your good bacteria and you'll be in trouble. I now understand that I was only suppressing my immune system. Well, keep learning. Keep learning. I'm proud of you. Keep learning and keep going after it. I'm glad I never pushed to have my tonsils. Thank you. I'm glad you didn't either. Smart man. I've been on mostly a raw diet with lots of fruit for about 3 months now and went from 5'8", 190 pounds to 150. Good man. Pretty quickly I left what I see in the mirror now. I like what I see in the mirror. Good man. When I started watching your videos, I started with an herbal candida and kidney cleanse that I got locally and then ordered detox. Oh, good. Well, that's how you do it. Heal all TGI room. I'm currently on weeks 5 and 6. I'm going pretty well. I'm seeing lots of sediment in my urine. Now, this is incredible. You're doing good, man. I've inspired a few friends, families, coworkers. Forgive me for passing through this. I know he had, let me see. I'm not sure if he's feeding. Let me see. He's talking about, wait, here's someone in a coma. His physical body still works, but there's no one home. Well, but that soul is close. Because once that soul cuts that silver cord, there's no more body. I don't care what you do with it. Once you cut that silver cord, that's your channel to all, that links all the bodies together. Believe this or not, it's been seen by many. A lot of times you don't see that when you're out of body traveling, but that cord has been seen by many, and that is the link that ties one body to another body to another body to soul. And that's the cord. Cut that cord, you're done with the lower bodies. You're done with them. So, that soul is still hanging around. And I've always said, if you get in there and you get that body healthy, that soul can come back in and use it, it will do that. Especially if it's hanging around, because it ain't hanging around because mom's making apple pie. So this is this is important if we can get this guy. If he has a feeding tube, probably if he's in a coma, he's probably IV, but still, if we get a feeding tube in, he might be able to do some things here. That's getting his family and the docs on board with this. Isn't it worth a try? I remember this nurse, she had went down, she had hurt her knee in an emergency room. She fell outside of the emergency room, hurt her knee. And long story short, she needed several surgeries to fix it. So what happened is that the anesthesia took her down and she went into a coma. Just from the treatment of her problem, she went into a coma. And her dad and mom called me, heard about me, wanted me if I could help her. So the big problem was her husband. So how many times have we seen that one? So, to make a long story short, he called me and talked to me about it. And he said, why do you want to work on my wife? I said, why wouldn't you? And I'm talking to him about God and soul and understanding that. He wouldn't let us work on his wife. So obviously he didn't love her and wanted her dead. If I've got a woman that's in a coma and someone's got a possible remedy and they knew how to get the body healthy, hey, let's try it. We lost that. We lost that. Narcissism. If I can't get you, try something else, that's for sure. He's living at home for a couple of years now, can't imagine, but if he has a feeding tube, you're right, my friend, you can work that way. I know he has the appendix taken out 1 to 2 years before the crash, so that does give you some idea of malabsorption, because to have the appendix, which is like the tonsils, then that's the lymph system, and then I understand that goes through the whole gut, a small and large bowel, and we see this constantly nowadays. Which tells me he probably didn't have good lymph, right? You guys are so good. Well, I don't even need to read your stuff. You guys are too good. That's right. So I don't know. You let me know, man. But you're right on with how you think. You're right on. You guys are right on.